Alright, this is our amplifier rack, a very small amplifier rack. This will be used for doing much smaller shows. And these are QSCs, this is the PLD 4.2s. These are the lowest wattage PLDs that QSC had available. And this bottom one here, if it's not being used for monitors, it is a subwoofer amp. And this is when we take all 4 channels and we combine them together into one big mono channel, which for the PLD 4.2, this does 1600 watts. And the monitors, they put out as much as 400 watts per channel. But what we're doing here is we are going to be taking this one, for the most part, out of subwoofer commission, and we're going to be adding another amplifier that's going to take over all the sub duty. And the reason why I'm doing this, during the small shows, I'm actually sort of restricted to only 4 channels of monitors. And if I want to get some good, decent sub power, I need to use all 4 channels that are in this amplifier to get the kind of power that I need. And when I do that, I don't have any more monitor channels. So I mean, just something were to go wrong or something were to happen with this one, you know, you never know. I would probably have to rely upon this one to do monitors and maybe not have a subwoofer for the event. But anyway, that's never really happened. Certainly I don't live in fear with stuff breaking. I certainly don't have any complaints on this one providing sub duty. The 1600 watts really has been nice, and for some of the events it's actually been more than adequate. But so if something does come up where I need more monitors, then this amp will take care of that. Alright, so we're going to add a different amplifier for sub duty. And this is why when I take amplifiers in and out, I always tilt the cabinet back so that everything can sort of slide in like it should, and I'm not trying to hold anything. Alright, should fit right in there. Alright, this looks good. Alright, so I was able to procure a Crown Macrotech, a 5000i, from one of my colleagues. Alright, now I already have 2 of the Crown, the Macrotech 9000i's, which have been have worked really well for sub duty. So the 5000 here should be more than adequate for sub duty. The 5000i is 2500 watts per channel at 4 ohms. And the whole idea here is to only use, let's just say we're going to pick one side, use one side of the amplifier to drive one of the dual 18s that we use at the events, either the JBL SRX 728S that we have, or one of the Tenoys. And if something did come up where, hey, we need more bass out front at this small event, then we can just bring another cabinet and put it on the other channel. So this is 2500 watts a side, and whereas this one here is 1600 watts, all 4 channels combined. Alright, this looks good. Alright, we got to check the back of it, make sure it's okay. Alright. A lot of the cables that are in here belong to the monitors. Alright, I think this is going to work. Alright, so this whole cabinet and everything is set up for 15 amps. This is a 20 amp, this requires a 20 amp service. 125 volts. They've got this short little, actually this is nice short power cable that they gave me with it, with a 20 amp cord, pardon me, a 20 amp plug. But actually this amplifier, just like the QSC 4.2, if there is separate power available, the sub is always going to go on it. So in a lot of events, the QSC was on its own circuit, so this is going to be on its own circuit. It's a fairly tight fit back here, but with the depth of the door, this will be no problem just keeping this in here. And just like on the 9000s, networking capability in it using HiQ network. I did check this. I've got the voltage set where it needs to be. So the amp is set at 100 volts for peak limiting, which is 2500 watts. But it's the 2500 watts is still less than the RMS wattage of the subs that I can attach to this, which is fine. The thermal limiter is set to 1600 watts, which is the continuous rating of the JBL, the 728S, and that 1600 watt rating is still less than the power that the Tannoy sub can handle. Yeah, boy. Nothing like adding more weight to a case. Alright, we hope to be out shortly, be able to use this other amp. Thanks for watching.